Welcome to what I think is the most underrated, underappreciated Need for Speed, because this is not your normal Need for Speed game. Reason being, there's no cops, there's no insane customization, and well, there's no free roam. So, with that being said, this is Need for Speed Shift 2. I mean, that would be good enough. I mean, there's a sequel. So, let's get into it. This is the track focus game created by Need for Speed, and just look at this. Epic, 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 epic. And that's why I have so much love for this game. Now, this game came out in 2011, which is what, 14 years now, and even by today's standards, it's still extremely fun. It's good. However, as you can see, the servers have shut down for this game. So, unfortunately, you cannot play any multiplayer, you cannot play online, so we're just gonna have to deal with solo play, and that's exactly what we have. So, I've been playing the game for a few days now, and here's my thoughts. So, currently, I'm at level 15 with almost 1 million credits in the bank and 33% of completion. So, this game, it's good. However, there is one big issue and a reason why I see a few people might jump into it and not be pleased. Reason for that? Well, that's simply the handling model. And that's a really big thing in a racing game. Because when it comes to the handling of this game, it is extremely arcadey. And there's some points in it where you will begin to feel like, okay, it's not even responding to what I'm doing. There's almost such a dead zone or delay in response to what you do and how the vehicle reacts. The cars honestly have a mind of their own, and even when it comes to colliding with your opponents, it is extremely aggressive. What I mean by that? You have this issue of, well, once you collide with them, the vehicles almost get stuck together. It's very difficult to pull away from each other, and it kind of just, it also throws something off. So you do have to be so careful when driving. You gotta make sure that you can overtake with more than enough space, and well, if you don't, you're gonna have a big problem. Now, something that I absolutely adore about this game, and that a lot of games are missing out on, and that is your sense of speed. Now, Need for Speed does this extremely well, and this is a great example because you see, when we are doing what, almost 200 kilometers per hour, we're gonna try and overtake the Caterham now. You know, but sideways there, but regardless, put the power down, and that is the Caterham overtaken. The higher the speeds you reach, the more blurry your surroundings get. Plus, so if you can look as you drive, mud and things get thrown on the screen when you are in this camera position. However, when you change the camera position, you can either do bumper cam, hood cam, first person, or cockpit view, because then there's still helmet cam. And this for me is such a game changer because, as you can see, your player will actually look at the corner you're about to take, which, if you're not used to it, will throw you off. But take a look at the dashboard and everything, because as we gain speed, everything around us goes blurry except the track, because that's where you need to focus on, that's where you need to be. And it's just such a small detail, not a small detail, but it's just something that is different from your normal racing games. So, with us now crossing the line, this can now bring you on over to the progression of the game. So, with this game, the way you improve or the way you gain through the game is by completing event objectives. Now, you get XP for mastering corners, for completing 100% of the best line of the circuit, and for obviously finishing position. If you finish in a higher position, you will gain more XP. cash too. In the beginning of the game, you aren't earning a lot of money. For example, I just earned $4,500. Now that is not that much, considering the fact of there are cars well over 1 million credits. But what helps a lot is the fact of, well, when you level up and go into a new driver level, well, you will get bonus cash. Now the bonus cash helps out a ton, because 200,000 credits in this game is a lot. So that is just something that I want to bring to your attention. So that is, it's the progression in this game. It's good. I enjoy it because you see yourself starting off in your hot hatch. For example, I start off in an Audi S3, and you get to work your way up through so many different events, because we see we have modern day races. Now with this, you will have 2 events here, 3 events here, 4 events here. So you still have a good solid amount of events per category. And I mean, you can see it just keeps going. Now these 2 at the end are DLC, and then this is now the creme de la creme of racing here, the fastest you can go. But this is it, which is just absolutely incredible, because you have everything from obviously just your hot laps to drift events, eliminator, retro exclusive racing. Then you still have time attacks. This is now when obviously it's you, no one else, and you just have to beat target times. You have muscle only events, eliminators, where you cannot be in last place. If you're in last place and their timer runs out, you are gone, your race is over. There is endurance events, there's FIA certified GT3 events, yeah. There's the Works Championship, and this right here is what I consider the best thing in this game, because the way it completely transforms the vehicles is incredible. And then once again, your ultimate level here. Then we have the Legends series, which I have no idea what this is, and then simply drag racing. But something that makes this game different to other games is also a fact of, when you click on a new element or a new category of racing you're going into, well, you're gonna be greeted with a small movie.
I'm Matt Powers, and we're about to get crazy with some cars from the 60s and 70s. I'm gonna be running a 911 RSR. Of course, I put my own twist on the style though. You're gonna be up against the best cars from the history of racing. We're talking Shelby Cobras, Fairlady Z's, Jaguar E-Types. We'll be on the old school layouts at tracks like Rouen and Monza. They're fast and they're dangerous. You're really gonna have to switch up your driving style though. You just gotta be really aggressive and throw them into the corners. I'll tell you what, if you can survive the tracks and win the championship, you can have my Porsche. You just gotta rock it. Let's see what you got.
Get ready to race through the greatest eras of motor racing. The cars are legendary, the tracks are iconic, and the driving is over-the-top dangerous.
I mean, look at that. Simple, and yet it simply sums up and it gives you something to work towards. It tells you, okay, look, if you complete all of these events, you will be up for a chance of racing against him in the finals. It gives you something to work towards. So you can see you need at least 12 podiums to then enter this championship. Once you do and you win, you will get that Porsche. So every step of the way, there is something you can work towards. There's a reason, there's a purpose. It's not just racing for racing. There's a goal at the end of it, and why you should always push to try and get podiums. There's a reason for racing, and it's because of that that just makes it so exciting. So once you actually get past or get used to a physics model, which doesn't take that long, well, then you will be able to experience some amazing cars. The drift handling in this game can be a bit frustrating, but overall it's not bad. This is a Nissan Fairlady Z. It came when I downloaded the game, because this is the Speed Hunters version. RIP Speed Hunters, and you just take it sideways. Now the driving model completely changes from track racing, and the goal is simply get as many points as possible. You need to follow different lines and try and link the drifts, because if you link the drifts, you will have so much more points. And the car sounds, in my opinion, are just absolutely incredible. Plus you get bonus points the closer you are to clipping points, but you still have the chance to spin out. Now this can be a bit frustrating, because when you do spin out, your vehicle can decide like, okay, this is just my new life, this is all I do is spin out, and it will take you some time to actually just regain control. So that is something you do need to watch out for when driving. But there's so many different circuits, and there's even Ibisu. You can go drifting around Ibisu. Is it fun? No. Is it extremely technical and rewarding once you get it done? Yes and no, because I still don't see the rewarding factor, because I just see it as being a difficult circuit. Like, it's so tight that you can barely get a slide on. So yeah, but regardless, it's in the game. But since we are talking about circuits in the game, let's go through that. Now when it comes to the circuits in this game, obviously we do have there's a few circuits in the game that are not real, fictional circuits. But then we do see we have the occasional real circuits. Like you have Brands Hatch as well. Apologies if I go past a few circuits and I don't know whether they're real or not, but the circuits are there, the layouts are there. I mean, there was Circuit de Catalunya, you have 3 layouts as well. You have Spa, Donington Park, Dubai Autodrome, Ibisu, Hockenheim as well. You can see the OG Hockenheim circuit from 1982 is in the game. London Raceway, this is now fake. We have Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca. I don't even think it's under Mazda anymore. That's how you know the game is old. Then Monza, you can see different layouts. Mount Panorama, the Nürburgring. What I like about this, with the Nürburgring, it actually sectioned it out. So you can see you have the different sections, or you have the entire circuit. It's up to you which one you wanna run. Then it still has the GP layouts. Road America, that's DLC. There's street circuits. There's street circuits in this. We don't even have that many street circuits in Gran Turismo 7. There's street circuits in this. Silverstone as well, look at this. So many layouts. Suzuka as well. Irwindale, Speedway, Willow Springs. The circuit selection is absolutely incredible. And also, if you switch it over to drift, you have an entire playground to yourself. Like, it's just you and complete freedom. No one else, no time limit, nothing. You can just go and have so much fun. Like, I'll just show you. Like, if you wanna practice drifting, you can. Check it, then still slide through this wall. This is an old layout I use for I'm doing a bad demonstration. Try to avoid that cone. But then you get to run it. Look at the straightaway. you can absolutely fly down here. But obviously there are limits, as you will end up in a concrete wall. But it's so different to just have a free playground. I would love to see something like this come to Gran Turismo. This would be so epic to just have freedom, open space to just enjoy your vehicles. You playing with your boy. You playing with your boy. Check it, you can still say it's around the corner. Yes, yes, yes. Closer. Why the cone? But you get the gist of this area. It's a free place for you to just enjoy yourself. Enjoy your experience. It's something that we don't have in modern games. You see, we have upgrades. Now in upgrades you can buy your air filter, your different levels to the upgrades and fully max out your build. And yes, there are engine swaps. Unfortunately the Lotus doesn't have one, but you can engine swap the vehicles. But now with it being Need for Speed, obviously you want your customization, you want your formal upgrades, and with this game you don't have that. What you do have, however, is preset kits. Now with the preset kits, as you can see, it changed the front bumper, added a rear diffuser, a massive rear wing, and it does actually have an effect. You can see our top speed change, our acceleration, braking, handling, everything changed because now we added the kit, because the aero does play a part in this game. But for me, the biggest thing is this: your work spec. With doing this, it completely changes your vehicle, making it the ultimate race spec version of your car. Literally, look here, creates the ultimate version of your vehicle by installing the following parts, and it gives you a different body kit. It gives you a completely unique body kit, and when I tell you, it is absolutely insane. This is an Audi S3. Now the Audi S3 is a great starter car. Fun fact, it's actually one of the cars used when you first start the game, and it's fun, it's good, and that's it. It has decent power, top speed of 229 kilometers per hour, acceleration 0 to 100 in 5.5 seconds. You know, handling too. In my opinion, it's a great starter car. Now, once you throw in the works version, this Audi right here is far from standard. If you take a look at the body kit, extremely aggressive. It just looks insane. But the best part about it is the power plant, because this now has the V8 of the Audi R8, which means it sounds and performs like this. Just look at how the vehicle hunkers down, right? There you go. This car squats, it accelerates so aggressively, and then you still slam on the brakes and it does slow down, which is absolutely insane. Now to just show you how fast or insane it actually is, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull over to the side now and let some of the opponents come by. Now they come in at full speed, and let's see now if we can catch up. So from a dead halt, we were able to keep up with the Paganis right here. Oh, ran a bit wide there, but let's see now. Foot flat, and we are running. This is an Audi S3 that we are absolutely blowing the doors of a Pagani between 320 kilometers per hour before I slammed on the brakes. This car It sounds incredible. It handles extremely well. And it's just so aggressive. Now, one thing I love about Need for Speed, and what a lot of other games have not been able to capture, and that is the sense of speed. Because with this car, you feel like you're going 300 kilometers per hour. In Gran Turismo, you can be doing over 500 and just feel like, okay, same as if I was doing 120. But look at how we have screen shake, the screen blurring, everything about it is good. Also, I just lost a wheel, because that's the thing that can happen. If you crash hard enough, you will lose body parts, you will lose body panels. It's a fact of, if you, for instance, tap the barrier, your screen goes grey. Now this is to simulate, now obviously, your driver in the vehicle getting a bit concussed almost. Because even when you crash, you can hear him going ah, ooh, ah. You can hear him in pain. But the fact that I just lost my bonnet. And yes, that is still the original engine. Look, it's not perfect, but it's good. And I just killed it. And this is the upgrades that is not only good for the S3, but so many other cars in the game have this works upgrade, and it completely makes it into a new beast. The sense of speed, the handling once you get used to it, and the ability that you can have to completely transform the cars in this game is really what stands out to me, and what makes it so special to me. It's what makes me fall in love with this game. The progression's good. Everything that needs to be good about it is good about it. It's just, if the handling model was a bit better, it would be really up there with one of the best games. But because of the handling model, and there are a few other issues here and there, a lot of people sleep on it and use the fact of, well, it's just a track racer. People get stepped on. This game just, it doesn't get the light, it doesn't get the acknowledgement that it deserves, because this is still an absolutely incredible game. So, Need for Speed Shift to Unleash. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions of this game in the comment section down below. And with this being said, I'll catch you guys in this video. Peace.